It wasn't on. Dad.
Yeah.
It was off, so I was turning to the phone off.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was 0 in 1997, after my birth, Mom put me on blood thinner because I was told to how the reason why I started walking and then went back to crawling because the blood flow is more comfortable when I crawl and flows faster when I crawl. And so she put me on blood thinner, and for 5 days I started walking, nothing but walking, and I remember I started talking more and laughing more.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yep.
And that's why I started laughing more and talking more. How are you taking that?
Oh,
For 5 days straight, Dad.
I know.
When I was 0 in 1997. Dad remembers he was there. And I was having the time of my life. My depression went way down. Oh, I just realized why I have depression, Dad.
Why?
Because of my blood flow in my brain.
Okay.
I remember what's causing me, what was the number one thing since birth and before birth was making me depressed, Dad.
What? Blood flow?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the negative blood flow and the blood clots, I felt like my head was about to burst always. It was making me depressed because I don't want to go.
You poor baby. You're not going anywhere.
But one time when I was sleeping, my head almost burst open.
I know.
Lydia saw it.
Okay.
That my head was expanding, and she wasn't wrong.
Okay.
And I could feel it expanding. So my depression was caused by bad blood flow. Wow. This is a real eye-opener, Daddy.
I know.
Thanks, Miss Coleman, for listening. Oh, and from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 through 5, I was walking, but every now and then, most of the time, whenever Mom wasn't looking, I tried to crawl whenever Mom wasn't around, which was most of the time. Everyone was a little confused, but because I guess they didn't know why. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Even Dad was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then after the divorce, Mom told me I couldn't crawl anymore. That's why I tried drowning myself. Because I felt like I was going to die eventually. Because I just want to get it. I just don't want to die a slow, painful death, like having a stroke or having blood clots kill me. Because that sounds more painful than drowning. Does that make sense, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I told you this. Are you mad at me?
Mm-mm.
Mom?
I don't know.
Are you a little mad at Mom for not telling you all this stuff?
Yes.
Mostly the blood flow part?
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely would still have to be on depression because the reason why I got so depressed is because over my blood flow. You see, my blood flow made me depressed, but even when I didn't had good blood flow when I was on blood thinner, I was still depressed because of the thought of the feeling not lasting. of feeling good, of feeling like alive, feeling all the veins in my heart that's attached to my heart, all the veins that's attached to my heart and brain pumping blood, and it's a good feeling. It feels like rain, cold rain, like a shower. So I was depressed because I was afraid that feeling wasn't left, and I also had PTSD because I was afraid that that feeling wasn't going to last. Therefore, I don't know. I guess I maybe it could have been avoided if I just talked about how my blood flow was making me depressed, and I don't know, talked with my dad. Mostly my dad. That would have been much better talk if I told dad about the blood flow, and that it's making me also depressed. He would have took me right to children's, right, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I didn't need to be on antidepressant, but I definitely do not because I have suffered way too much trauma to get over with. Although I think I eventually would have need to be on antidepressant because, well, when Auntie Mary died at 2, I was really depressed, and that was like the first real actual trauma I experienced. That was the first time I felt truly, truly hurt and scarred. And it's like before I had the blood flow making me depressed because of being afraid and had PTSD because, are you awake?
Mm-hmm.
Because being afraid of it not lasting. But then on top of it, my Auntie Mary died, who was my favorite aunt next to Auntie Patty. And then that's when it dawned on me that everyone's eventually going to die. That's why I needed the antidepressant because everyone will just die and eventually die. No one love. That's older than me. I kept on obsessing and obsessing and obsessing about it every day and night, even in my sleeps. That's why I had night terrors. That's when the night terrors started after Auntie Mary died. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You don't seem okay.
Okay.
I think that's it, all I gotta say, right? I'm watching MI3, My Favorite Mission Impossible film.